So where in the world is Parrish, Florida, and how did it make it to Open Doors' list of top 10 hottest zip codes for buyers? Well, I'm going to tell you all about it. Stick around. So, how cool is that? Little old Parrish, Florida, my hometown, has made the top 10 list of hottest zip codes in these here United States of America. Welcome to my channel. I'm Catherine Newman. I'm coming at you from the actual Parrish, Florida, since this is my hometown, and it has been my hometown since we moved here from Colorado in 2013. I've been in the real estate business for 28 years, and I love to share great information on this channel about buying or selling, and of course, useful information about the great beach areas here in Manatee and Sarasota counties, and of course, the counties beyond. And if you're even just curious about any of these areas, then you gotta subscribe so I can keep you updated. So here's the top 10 out of Open Doors' list of top 20. And of course, we don't care about the other 10. We're just going to talk about the top 10. And looky there at the number 9 spot. I know, right? And of course, to create the list of the most popular zip codes, Open Door looked at data from all of the MLSs, right? The local MLS systems, multiple listing services. And then they ranked the zip codes by the total homes that went under contract within 90 days of listing in 2024. So these here are the top real estate hotspots chosen. And they're chosen for things like rapid growth, affordability, believe it or not, and proximity to major cities. Of course, the data says that Texas and Florida continue to dominate the real estate scene, claiming 75% of this year's hottest zip codes.
Well, I wish I could get that excited about that.
I know what you're thinking, but wait, Catherine, didn't I just read an article that said that Texas and Florida are seeing the biggest home price decreases in the country? Yes, you did. And here's a recent article, actually came out today from Realtor.com, and they show where prices are dropping more rapidly. And these price decreases are likely why people have been moving here to Parrish. Now, I've been reporting to you guys most of the 2024. I've been reporting to you that my markets here in Manatee, Sarasota County, Pinellas, Hillsborough, and even Charlotte counties, we all saw a few slight increases in median pricing year over year from 2023, but month over month in 2024, with very few exceptions, we saw median price declines. Now, here's what the stats are for my area right now in Manatee County, and that's where Parrish, Florida is located. So let's get into why, and of course, how could Parrish, Florida have made it to that number 9 spot? I mean, what's all the fuss? What's the appeal?
Hey, how you doing?
Well, first, sorry, I'm crunching on ice. First, I'd say that many people assume that Parrish, Florida is kind of a combination of
Green acres, we are there.
And or maybe, or perhaps, actually, I kind of describe it this way. Parrish is more like if Green Acres and Lakewood Ranch and the middle all got together and had a baby, then you'd probably end up with Parrish, Florida. Now, I don't know how 3 of them got together and had, they adopted. Maybe that's what it was, a surrogate. Isn't he gorgeous? Well, I do think there should be housewives of Parrish, Florida. That'd be real interesting. Yeah. Why did we make it on that list? Well, here's my first guess. We are a great mix between rural and very suburban, but with great proximity to larger surrounding metro areas like Sarasota and Tampa and St. Pete. If you see this map right here, we're located right in this little dot here. We're very accessible to Orlando, about 2 hours away. The Tampa airport is about 49 miles north, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. We do have traffic issues like the rest of the country. The Sarasota SRQ airport is about 23 miles away at roughly 40 to 55 minutes, again, depending on traffic. We have great cultural offerings like sports. Is sports cultural? Yeah, I think so. Museums, concerts, theaters, outdoor festivals and markets, and of course, the endless summer state provides excellent outdoor activities at numerous beaches and state parks, and of course, the Manatee River. There's boating and fishing and sunning and kite sailing, rowing and kayaking and paddleboard and scuba diving, jet skiing, and all of the great things that keep you guys entertained. The beaches of Anna Maria Island are about 23 miles away, and of course, it can seem longer once you get into that kind of traffic. St. Pete and Siesta Key and Lido Key, all of those beaches are about 31 miles away. We can actually get to St. Pete Beach a lot quicker sometimes than we can to Anna Maria Island. Now, the number 2 reason I think people like Parrish is because it's about 43 to 60 feet above sea level for our elevation. And of course, we have weathered all of the most recent storms, like Irma in 2017. There was Ian in 2022. And as all of you know, just a few months ago, we had Debbie, Helene, and Milton.
Bro, enough is enough, man. Enough is enough, bro.
If you want to know more about how Parrish, Florida did after those storms went through, or you even want to go through an actual storm with me, this video here, I was like, where is it? This video here about Milton, I actually take you through days leading up to and going through, but make sure to check out the other videos I made about Hurricane Ian, and of course, Debbie, watch that video, to see those things for yourself. I believe that most people love that there are newer communities that have homes with lots that have been elevated to what we call X zones, where flood insurance is not required. Now, there still are a few lots that are going to require it. They have zones like A and AE, but even for flood zone X, where flood insurance is not required, it's always a good idea to have a flood policy, and it's certainly your option to carry one. And of course, if you're thinking about buying in this area, or any of these areas in Florida, just of course work with your real estate professional to discuss flood insurance and what the zones are where you're looking. Now, I always work with my buyers to get ballpark quotes on flood insurance beforehand on any of the homes they're interested in, just in case. Again, make sure to subscribe to this channel because I always keep you updated on the weather events that we have here, that we experience in these counties. And especially from my home here in Parrish, Florida, I like to show you the after effects of having any weather-related events. Now, the number 3 reason I think Parrish made it to the list is that we have seen huge growth in new construction communities in recent years, of course, to handle the influx of people moving here. And there's always ongoing debate over whether there's too much development, there's too much traffic, there's constant road expansion projects, and some debate on Parrish losing some of its rural charm. Now, when I meet with many of you from other states, what I find out in talking with you is that that kind of growth and expansion is very common, and that most of you are also experiencing the same types of growing pains in your areas across the country. Of course, the national housing shortage didn't help, right? It's created the need for more housing, and many states are now dealing with the fallout of trying to catch up. Now, of course, I remember growing up in the Richmond, Virginia area in a town very much like Parrish, Florida, called Mechanicsville. Shout out Mechanicsville, Virginia. As a matter of fact, that's why I liked Parrish so much, because it did remind me of growing up in Mechanicsville. Now, all of the trees, all of the grass, all of the rural areas, except for, of course, palm trees. We didn't have those in Mechanicsville. Now, at first, Mechanicsville was very rural, and of course, it had a few housing developments already. But the word got out about Mechanicsville. The population grew, and of course the housing expansion took place along with new retail, and there were large construction projects. I remember when 295 was built. The growth we're seeing here in Parrish is really reminiscent of what my family saw in little old Mechanicsville, Virginia. So it's obvious to me that many new families, single people, and retirees are finding that our existing and of course new master plan communities really fit the lifestyle that they want. Now, many of these communities are a lot like what I call self-contained resort style living. There's great community amenities. They have pools and clubhouses and fitness rooms, lots of trails, and of course, great community planned events. So I believe that's another reason why people find Parrish so appealing, because it really does offer something for everyone. Whether you want a family community or a single living area or even a 55 plus neighborhood, there's great options for all of the buyers that come here. Now, if you are looking for land, I would say that, acreage, I would say we don't have as much of that, and the acreage that is available is either very pricey, and of course what I mean by pricey, that's all relative, right? To me, pricey is $1 million or more. That's probably true. Or you might find that some of the other acreage properties are older, they need some general updating, some renovations and that sort of thing. But there are still some acreage properties. And of course, there are some older communities that have larger lots. If you want larger lots, more space between the houses, there are those communities here in Parrish that offer that to you, because a lot of the new communities, of course, now that they've increased density, they are on smaller lots and they're a lot closer together. So again, I always encourage you, check resale homes as well as new construction. Reason number 4, new amenities. Yep, we got new shopping centers. Honey, we got our own Lowe's, we got our own Home Goods. We have a Publix every other corner of the community. We have more groceries, and of course we have new retail, we have new restaurants. We have 2 new hospitals that are being built, and of course we have more local medical options. There's a new town square coming to the North River Ranch area. So of course, living in a suburban area, but also having every amenity you need within a few minutes, that's a real plus, and it's a large draw to home buyers. No, we don't have a Chick-fil-A, not yet. Reason number 5, housing affordability and more inventory options. So according to most buyers, they really like that Parrish is more affordable than the surrounding areas like St. Pete and Tampa and Lakewood Ranch and of course Sarasota. Affordability is always subjective depending on where you're coming from and of course your buying budget. I want to give you an idea on just the stats right now for Parrish. Since Parrish is what made the list.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
So as of today, and of course these stats change daily, but as of today in Parrish, there are 665 active residential homes on the market, both new construction and resale home. And of course that includes single family, townhome condos, and villas. Of the 665 total, 372 are new construction. That's a lot, with a median 4-bedroom, 3-bath, median square footage of 2,020, and a median price of $424,990. Now, the other 293 are all resale homes with a median 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,163 square feet, and a median price of $492,000. Now, I always recommend, like I said before, buyers to check out both new construction and resale so that you can compare, because there really are some great resale homes that have new roofs and new HVACs. They've been updated. And of course, they offer larger lots than new construction and sometimes lower community fees and of course, lower property taxes. Now, on the other hand, new construction offers buyers incentives to pay for closing costs. Sometimes they can buy the rate down. And of course, some of those can be flex cash to take off the price of the house. But I am seeing many resale home sellers being much more realistic with their pricing, and they are also offering some incentives. So it really is worth you checking both out, new construction and resale. The reason they love Parrish, number 6. Well, of course, the year-round weather is a great reason, and that's why I think Parrish also made it to the number 9 spot. Our average yearly temps are somewhere in the high 70s to the low 80s, with the coldest month being in January like we are now, and like today. Like today, it's about 71 degrees right now, and it's a little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we had a low of 40. Now, we do see 30s, sometimes we see 20s, but it doesn't stick around very long. And no snow. You guys, no snow. This great year-round weather provides a lot of options for people who love to be outdoors. So I think that's another reason we moved here, because we were tired of shoveling snow at 7,000 feet elevation in Monument, Colorado, which is right near the Air Force Academy, just a little north of Colorado Springs. We both worked in Colorado Springs, but man, whew, we got tired of that snow. We just wanted to wear flip-flops and enjoy the outdoors. Now, of course, today I do have socks on and closed-toed shoes, but very, very seldom. Reason number 7, people love Parrish for the small town charm and its many community events that are planned throughout the year. For example, every March we have an annual chili cook-off and a parade. There's vendors and food trucks and live music and activities for the kids, and of course the big chili competition. So if you make really great chili, you might want to get in on that, or if you make really cool stuff, you might want to be a vendor. We also have several community and church fall festivals with food and candy and costumes and games and lots of great farm animals. Make sure to check out this video here where I show you one of those fall festivals. And there's the annual Christmas tree lighting with, again, live music. They light the Christmas tree. There's a chance to witness a big city lawyer named Chad fall in love with Daisy May, whose father's orange grove is in jeopardy of losing its oranginess. But Chad the lawyer saves the day. It's stuff like that, just like in the big Hallmark movies. That's Parrish, Florida. And of course, there are separate community events throughout the year. There are farmers markets, small business markets, and of course the list goes on and on. So if you love being involved and doing involvey stuff with community involvement, gosh, you are going to be so thrilled to be in Parrish, Florida, because there's always something going on. And of course, number 8, another reason why people find Parrish appealing is because of the schools nearby and, of course, school choices. Now, yes, many of the schools and even newer schools are already experiencing some overcrowding, but there are new schools that are supposed to be built. Who knows when, but they are coming. The new Parrish High School is only 5 years old. It's beautiful. It would remind you of Friday Night Lights. And there's also a new middle school that's opening up in North River Ranch in August of this year, as well as a new branch campus of the State College of Florida right here in Parrish. And there are also several other types of school choices like charter and magnet, private, and even large homeschool groups right here in Parrish. And reason number 9 for the 9 spot on the top zip codes are the people are generally very friendly, helpful, and really love living here. Now, I've seen this community come together in disasters, in very difficult tragedies. I've seen them fight to keep a voice in what happens here in Parrish. I've seen the people of Parrish support and sustain Parrish as a great place to live, a great place to work, to raise a family, and they just enjoy being alive. Now, I know for myself that all 9 of those reasons are what attracted myself and my husband to Parrish, even though there were a lot more cows 11 years ago. But we have found Parrish to be a place we don't just love to call home, but it really is a place that we recommend to anyone who want to live in a great place with great amenities and, of course, with really great people. So good for you, Parrish, Florida. for being a spot on Florida's map that's finally getting the respect and the notice that you deserve. And if you would like to learn even more about my hometown, Parrish, Florida, I'd love the opportunity to answer any questions that you might have. And if you'd like a local gal like myself to help you find your perfect home here in the Sunshine State, I'd be so honored to help you reach your goals and live your dream of living in this staycation area or any other areas that are around here. Don't forget to subscribe so that you're alerted every time a new video is available. And in these videos, I'm going to share with you real estate updates, some insights on our markets, the processes of buying and selling a home, as well as home tours and community tours, local hotspots, and just lots of great information to help you make an informed decision if these counties are on your radar. I'm Catherine Newman. I thank you so much for checking in today. I will see you next time.